Hey, big up everybody. Long-haired Yeti here. How you doing, guys? This is the final whistle. How you doing, Anthony? You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, Yeti, and thanks for inviting us on for this show.
No
Looking
worries,
forward
bro.
to it. First time I've been on here, but and obviously you've been on the show with this gentleman down here, Cole Rossi. Big up to you, Cole.
Legend boy.
How you doing, Cole? You all right,
Yeah,
mate?
I was waiting for you to ask. I didn't want to be rude. Yeah. I'm good, lad. I'm good. I'm very good. It's been a good weekend so far. Long, heavy week, but it's good to be chatting and chilling with you lads as always. So yeah, all good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I should hope so that you're good because you beat us 3-0 today. So
I know.
Mm,
But then again, I suppose not being too realist straight away, but our fans can't be too giddy with that. That 3-0 looks good on paper, but you guys did not just show up. You just didn't show up today. I don't know
yeah,
why. Still good we got the 3 points for sure. I'm happy with that, but it does not give us any excuse to be overly giddy and cocky going forward, in my
mm,
opinion. So
yeah,
that's just my
hundred
thought
percent,
anyway. Yeah.
100%. What do you think about it, Anthony?
Yeah, I mean it was a good win for us. We could have won it by more, to be honest with you, Yeti.
Hundred
But
percent.
Mm.
listen, the way our Forest has been this season, and compare how they were playing today, that wasn't a Nottingham Forest team we played against. In all
Mm,
fairness, you didn't turn up today. I'm not going to give it big. I'm not going to give it large. It's football. We've won, and the game's finished. We move on to our next game.
yeah.
But yeah, I just felt sorry for you guys. I just wanted more of an effort from Forest, basically. But
Mm.
sadly, it didn't happen.
I wanted a bit more of a like 50-50 sort of cutting edge kind of game, which
Yeah,
is what I've been bigging up all week, and they just didn't fucking deliver. They didn't do it, and I'm pissed off about that. I'm annoyed about it, but it is what it is. And you also got to look at like what we've done this season, which has been awesome. You know,
Yeah.
there was something in the back of my mind, and I think I did say it on like a few streams that if you guys can sort of get it together, although I do think that we made you look better than you all, personally.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
We didn't get anywhere near you. I mean, I made the point in the stream where I said that I think we're social distancing because we got absolutely nowhere near your players at all. We gave you
no,
so much space.
Yeah.
So if you think that like that is like you back and you're gonna do that to every other team, I don't think that's gonna be the case. I mean, what do you guys think? Anthony.
well, personally, yeah, I'm gonna change it a bit. The starting lineup for Arsenal, actually, well, it surprised me because I was led to believe in this game. Ben White was injured, Saka was injured, Trossard was injured, and all this and that. But we know what Mikel Arteta's like. He likes to play these
Mm,
mind games, right? So that's
mm,
fact number one. A possibility of fact number two is if these players were playing and they were carrying injuries, then Mikel Arteta shouldn't have done that because it would have took one sort of knock for any of these like injured players that was playing for us. They could have got
mm,
injured and it could have prolonged out for the rest. Well, basically, pretty much for the season.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
this is what I'm saying. I don't understand Mikel Arteta's way of thinking, his philosophy, but all I want to say is that any Arsenal fan and Cole, just trust the process and start squeezing your
yeah.
lemons. That's all I want to say.
Start screaming.
I'll raise you a plugged-in light bulb as well, matey, with the squeezed lemons.
Mm,
Yeah, no, it's like look, I was saying to you guys earlier, like going into every season, as an Arsenal fan, like I think Anthony, you probably agree with me. I'd say if I had to guess, we just have no real faith or genuine excitement going into it. Like
mm,
that we can actually go to the distance and actually hoist the cup by the end of the year, whether that's the FA Cup, the Premier League, or the Champions League, or even the Carabao Cup. I'd be delighted with a Carabao Cup win, just something
Hmm?
to raise the
yeah.
spirit and in turn
Something.
and in turn raise the standards for the team within, because winning breeds the lust to win more, and that's what we haven't done since Arteta has basically curated his squad for his own needs. But yeah, I look going forward. We're seeing City. We're seeing City absolutely going on the biggest fucking losing streak for probably the 5-game losing streak for the first time in Pep's career. I think. I don't know if that's true.
I think that's right.
Yeah, some stat person can probably pull that up. But this, of course, it happens now when we didn't do the business in the summer. Our squad is thin as hell. We're injury ravaged, and look, we're just hanging on by strings. And you just know, if anyone's going to capitalize this year, it's Liverpool, probably. From City's failure. So that's it. But we don't prepare properly going into the season to begin with. So you can't be angry at it. It really is frustrating, though, mate.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get where you're coming from, but being a Forest fan and sort of watching that, that's even more frustrating, because it's like, we've been on like this unbeaten. I look at that performance today and I'm like, how the fuck have we been unbeaten away from home? Honestly, it was just fucking shocking. We might as well have been in the stands, to be fair.
It looked like a different team today, honestly. A completely different team than what I've seen all season from you guys. You guys were on fire all season with the fight that you've had, and your attacking displays as well were really, really, really impressive. And today, none of it showed up. And even my personal favorite player of Forest, which is Yates.
Yeah,
he was anonymous. He was like a ghost, and that was very, very, very strange. I can only imagine how frustrating for you it must have been, mate.
My energy just dropped from the start of that stream to the end. I just couldn't. Jez was getting more angry than I was, and they was winning 3-0. So that says everything, really. It's ridiculous. Big up to Mama Flossie as well, who's just come in. How are you, Mama? How's your day been?
I'm fine, thank you. Been out and about, down to visit the boy in darkest Yorkshire.
Nice. Yeah. How's the house?
Oh, it's lush, man. Absolutely lovely.
Is it like a big fucking mansion or something?
No, it's not a big mansion. It's a big house, but it's quite small. It's you think, oh, that house is massive, but it's like all new houses these days. They're tiny.
Yeah.
They're tiny. Yeah. And there's no cupboard space.
No.
The just, there's no cupboard space. It's weird. I don't like new houses anyway. I like old houses.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, there's no room to swing a cat in, the saying is. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lovely big kitchen and everything, and you've got the kitchen units and whatnot, and that's it. And like the wardrobe, the bedroom's nice, but where'd you put your wardrobes? Where'd you hang your clothes? Weird, but there we go.
I think like only a woman would actually think like that, to be quite honest with you, where it's like, blokes just like don't care. It's just like, there's plenty of space.
Dump it in a pile in the corner or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of space to chuck my washing in the corner and all that kind of thing. We don't really care about anything like that.
Your TV stand is like a cardboard box, and you're in one fucking office chair, and that's it, and that's the whole sitting room.
Well,
sitting room.
I'm going down there for a week next year to look after his dogs while him and Simon go cruising. I can't remember where they're going now. Norway. They're going to Norway cruising.
Savage. Awesome.
And they've done it before, but his 2 dogs get so stressed.
Yeah.
When they're here, I had said to Stu, why don't I come down to you and I'll look after them there. And then, of course, Stuart's going to be looking after my 2, where I'll go gallivanting over to Egypt for 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'd love to go there. I'd love to go.
Fucking hell, man.
I can't wait. And then, while we're in Egypt, we are going to get on a little plane and fly over to go and see the Cairo Museum and the pyramids and everything.
Big up DJ Crane, how you doing, bro? And Rossi beat up Kenny Ken, took his house and shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he did.
Sure about
I didn't even cop the shirt. You're right, DJ, too, man. I didn't even think of that. Feckin' hell.
He says gutted Forest played like that. This win just gives Arteta more time. But is that not what I said on the stream? I said you can like celebrate the win, but that's just give Arteta another 5-year contract. So there you go.
Yeah,
you're both
true.
right.
True.
You're both dead right.
We ain't gonna win anything. He'll still be the manager, but that's it.
Do you not 100%. Think though? There's a lot of very positive Arsenal fans are starting to turn where they're saying if he doesn't win anything this season, then they need to be looking at, does he need to be moved on? I've seen a lot of that just lately. A lot.
Have you? Yeah.
Is that not what Egal said the other time?
Even
before?
Egal's starting to question.
But then he twists and they flip, don't they? A lot of these YouTubers flip.
There's a lot of them, in like the lads in my other group chat, who are fans of all the teams. They're all sort of saying they're seeing comments from big Arsenal fans online saying, "Yeah, but he's had 5 years. Ten Hag got the boot after 2, and he won 2 cups, and Arteta hasn't won anything." All that sort of thing. Maybe we need to be looking at a new manager. He's taking the team as far as we can go. So I don't know. I just don't like the man. I'm really sorry. I just do not like the man at all. I don't like him.
No, I don't like him either. To be fair,
no.
He is
like with me. I go on. Go on. Sorry, Cole.
No. Anthony, go ahead. No, go on. I was just hanging on Mama's comments. Go ahead, please.
It's like with me. I go on a show on Tuesday night on Football Dad's Army, and a guy called Lee, who hosts it, and he can never ever make his mind up. 1 minute he's Arteta in, next minute he's Arteta out, and honestly, and I think, well, you're either one or the other. So the next time we got a show, it was going to be Tuesday, but I think it's Monday. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to go around the house and find a flip flop and actually shake it on the show, because that's what he is. He's a flip flop. He flip flops from Arteta in to Arteta out, and you can't make heads or tails of it. So, but he knows my views and the opinions of the manager. It's like what Mama Fossey just said. Fans have said it as well. I'm one of those fans that said he's taken us where he can't take us to that next step. He can't take us any further now. We need a proper and elite manager in. And for this manager to be on £50 million a year in wages, and he can't, he can't take pressure. I mean, that's your point of being an elite manager, is to be paid lots of money to manage your team and take as much pressure as you can. He can't take any of that.
But when you think about it, though, you've got all your positive Arsenal, Arteta in people.
Yeah.
Look at Real Madrid. Real Madrid aren't having a good season, and they are screaming for Ancelotti's head.
Yeah.
They want him gone.
Yeah.
After what he's done for that club, and yet Arteta sits there very comfortable, knowing he's safe. Is this the remit of the board or wherever? Just keep in the top 4. Like top 4's a trophy, how it used to be. Is that where what's happening now with Arteta?
The thing is, Arteta's a lucky bastard. Arteta is a lucky bastard. And that was my thoughts when I woke up this morning, that he is lucky enough to...
Why were you thinking of Arteta the first thing in the morning? That's a bit weird.
Well, I got the loop out, so, it just happens, don't it, sometimes. But, it's like, he's such a lucky bastard, and I just thought, he's going to be lucky enough to all of a sudden, like, pull this round and then pull all the fans round as well. But I have actually heard today that Xabi Alonso is going to be gone, and he's on his way to Real Madrid. So if things stop going well for Arsenal, which if you think that was good enough to do what you need to do in this league today, because we didn't even turn up, So if you think that's good enough for what you need to do in this league today, you're going to get a fucking serious fucking rude awakening.
I haven't looked on the in the sphere of Arsenal YouTube to gauge what everyone else is saying, but I will imagine and post a bet that a lot of channels are probably gassed up and giddy and thinking that's it, we're back and that's it. Everything is great and everything is well, and even a depleted squad, shows how great fucking Arteta is and all that sort of stuff. That's the narrative. These people, like a lot of these content creators, what they do is they'll flip the script. They just go with whatever is popular to say. The day the whole fan base wants Arteta out, they'll say the fucking same thing.
Yeah.
Right now, the popular thing is to keep him in there because we're so inclusive. We're a great club. The vibes are great. This, that, and the other. It's by design. It's all by design with this club, mate. It's just to lower the standards, to keep people happy with whatever goes on while you sell massive amounts of merch, massive amounts of even full out stadiums week in, week out for nothing. Essentially. Me, I'm finding it harder even to allocate. And I don't care. You call me a fake fan. I couldn't give a fuck what you think. Yeah, whoever the fuck, because I know people would do that. Yeah, but I'll be honest. I'm real with it. I find it hard to dedicate an hour and a half of my time to watch these guys a week, especially twice a week now with European football. I find it very difficult these days, and I have done for about a good few years now, if I'm being honest. We have no direction. There's just nothing you can see that you're tuning in for. It's just a vibe, and I'm not here for vibes. I'm here to win. If we're not here to win, then if you don't take it seriously, I won't take it seriously, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That makes me fake. That makes me fake. Fuck you is what I say to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%. DJ Crane says, "Is that Anthony? Looks like Cooper."
Fuck off. Steve Cooper.
Give me some of whatever you're having then.
He does like a deflated ball bag. Who the hell look like that? Jesus.
I mean, you do look like a bit like a deflated ball bag, to be fair.
No, I knew you would say something like that. Yeah.
The real fans walk out with 10 minutes left, up 3-0 at home. Yeah, again, you had people walking out towards the end. What do you guys think about that? I mean,
City fans were walking out.
With fair they was losing 4-0.
They were losing 4-0. Yeah,
this is City.
Arsenal fans. Nah, I don't agree with that. Your team's winning 3-0. Why do you? It don't matter whether you win, draw, or lose. You stay there to the end. And if it means at the end, like if you lose and you're a fan, you have got a right to have a go at players as a fan.
Yeah.
You've got the right to. You to express your opinions to them, saying, "Look, you're shit," and whatever. You've got a right to say that, because at the end of the day, they're the ones. That's what is they're paying for it out of their bloody hard-working money that they work for.
Yeah.
So they've got a right to say something. But I mean, fans like this, you're 3-0 up, you're walking out. As far as I'm concerned, you're not fans. You're not proper fans.
I've never liked the game.
It sends a bad message to the players, right? Because if you're winning 3-0, you walk out at the 85th minute. If you're losing 3-0, our fans walk out at the 85th minute. There's no praise to the players if we win the 3-0 at the end to give that final big cheer. And if we're down 3-0 or we do a no-show, there's no big massive boos. So the players are just sitting there going, what difference does it make whatever happens? I'm getting my fucking paycheck. I don't see that people are happy or sad with this sort of stuff from a human level. It's your duty. I agree with you, Anthony. It's your duty to stay. If you're going to a fucking game, go there, stay to the end, cheer if they play well, and boo the fucking life out of them if they don't, and show them what they should feel. And by the way, every team at the end of a game should always do the full rounds and doing the applause, whether you're home or away. By the way, not just for away trips. Do it for home as well. Do the full lap and see and feel what the fans
Newcastle
are saying.
do.
Yeah, well,
Newcastle do. The go right around the stadium.
And that's what they should do. I mean, there's only one game that I've ever left before it had done, and that was like when we was in the Championship and we was going down to League One, because the players never offered anything, and it was just like it was just pathetic, to be honest. made it come back sort of towards the end, and we all did sing like "You're not fit to wear the shirt." And this is like back in the day. This is the way it used to work. And the team actually came out afterwards with the shirts on, saying they're not fit to wear them. You know, that was like back in the day when the teams and the clubs actually realised, understood the fans and actually gave homage to the fans. But nowadays, it's just completely different. I mean, if your team wins 3-0, whether we turn up or not, your fans should stay there. If you fucking support this fucking Spanish onion, that's French, Spanish orange eating twat, yeah, then just stick by and just celebrate when you win. You know, don't walk off.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, what part of that was French? Onion what?
All right, well, French is to do with onions, isn't it? Berets and onions and all that.
No.
Is it garlic? Is it? All right, you get garlic eating twat. All right, fair enough.
I have to be very careful about fucking fragrant vegetables, right? We have to get that right. It's garlic. It's garlic and potatoes is what makes up Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there we go.
Well, to be honest, when you are a vegetable, you have to be, nice to vegetables, I suppose.
Very good. You dickhead.
But yeah, I mean, the point is like, you know, if your team does well, you need to be there to show them that they've done well. I mean, look, I know somebody said in the chat, like, the players don't care anyway, but I can probably 100% say that players notice empty seats. They've got to notice empty seats.
Of course they do.
You know?
They absolutely do. I mean, as I said, like to my previous point, I don't want to repeat myself, but it's absolutely true that, like, you know, you need to see the human reaction from whatever you do at the end, whether it's a win or a loss, and whether the same every time the stadium's empty by the 85th minute, no matter what the hell has happened. So it's just like, what am I playing for here? You know?
Yeah.
At the same time, you should still do your fucking job, but I do feel for that a little bit. Yeah.
I think the most important thing that you need to do is when your team doesn't perform, you need to stay there and go, you was fucking wank, mate. Don't come over to us and start going, oh, clap, 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 clap. Go fuck yourself. You was shit today.
Yeah.
You was shit.
Right.
That's one thing I do agree with. What do you think, Anthony?
Yeah, I think if you know, I said I'm not all. I hate the idea of fans being walking out before the final whistle, and it's like what I said. Don't mean to repeat myself again, but fans should actually stay there, win, lose, or draw, and that's it. You touched on it. Yeah, footballers are going to see empty seats. Of course they are. I mean, they're running around 90% of the pitch. I suppose they could look up, you know, when they're not actually on the ball themselves. They can actually look up to the stadium and see empty seats. But trouble is, though, is like with Arsenal fans, and it's basically, most of it is Arsenal fans. Out of any team in the Premier League, 90% of them are Arsenal fans that walks out of that stadium, whether they're away or whether they're at home. And then it's like, oh, well, yeah, but we got to get back early. Times of like the trains and stuff like this and that. It's like, why? You know, I mean, I'm not being funny. If I was there at the Emirates today and I was watching that, which was great, but what I would do, if I think to myself, right, after the game, I got another hour and a half to wait for a train, I'm most probably going to bloody pub for an hour. And the last half hour, I walk round to the bloody station and catch me training. You know what I mean?
It's part of the day out. Like,
that's what I would do.
Part of the day out.
100%.
Go to the pub, have 2 pints and have a good time, and talk to someone about the game that you just watched. Exactly.
Exactly.
The thing is, if you're going to take the time to write a fucking banner that says he's the best looking Spaniard you know, then back him. Back the fucker. Stay there to fucking congratulate him when he does okay.
Oh, they would back the fucker if they give him half a chance. Trust me, they'd back into him all right.
No, 100. Well, I mean, they do pushbacks on him and all sorts, but I mean, that's to do with Zinchenko and Ben White's house. But
exactly. Oh Lord.
But yeah.
Oh
I mean,
Lord.
you know, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I know you haven't played today, Mama Flossie. Are you paying attention? Or,
I am.
yeah.
I am.
You are in. You're not playing Candy Crush anymore.
No, I've never played Candy Crush.
Okay, just wondering because you was on your phone. So,
No, I was responding to my daughter.
See, the thing what you've got is the same that our fans have. You just back your team 100%. You know, and you look at these Arsenal. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, we've had this conversation like a few times where it's like, I wish we was in your position.
Yeah.
Where we're in the Premier League up about it every single time. So, I mean, we've had this conversation so many times. Stop fucking whining. Because you could be in our position where 1 minute you're relegation and then, you know, you're doing something. I mean, what do you think about it?
Oh, well, I think the same as you. Yeah, I just sort of think, you know, when we were struggling at the bottom of the division, I mean, how many times has Newcastle gone down into the Championship and come back? Yeah, coming back's great. Yeah. And you get the trophy and everything, but bloody hell, I'd love to be fighting for third and fourth, even second.
Well, Mama, you're going to have to explain what a trophy is to these guys. They don't understand that. Mind you don't either, to be fair.
I was just about to say that.
I just sometimes think, and I'm not talking just about Arsenal fans, I think when a team has done well over the years, you've got Arsenal, you've got Chelsea, Manchester United, in Liverpool, and stuff. Hand on heart, I haven't seen it as much from Liverpool fans, but it's like, we are Manchester United, therefore we have to be here. We are entitled to be in second place. It's the same in some Arsenal fans are like that. Some Chelsea fans as well. City fans are just like, well, they think they should win anything and everything and all that sort of thing. And I just sort of think you need to be down at the bottom. You need to be fighting. It's like today, City's taken that loss, and the fans don't know how to cope. They genuinely do not know what to do because Pep's lost this. No, the team lost it. Pep didn't lose it. The team lost it. But it's like you need to go down there and feel what it's like to go to bloody, you know, what's the saying, Stoke on a freezing cold Stoke on a Tuesday night. I mean, that stadium is freezing cold any bloody time of the year, to be fair, the way it's built. But I just think like the let's say the top six, some of their fans, they're too entitled for me.
Yeah. It's all pricks.
You know, I had an argument with an Arsenal fan in a chat the other night. You know that Arsenal are buying Alexander Isak. They are buying him. Why would he stay at Newcastle when he can have everything at Arsenal? And I said, and what is that? What is he getting from Arsenal? And I says, what you need to do, I says, and I can give you the link if you want, is Alexander Isak's interview on Tuesday, I think it was, where he said he was going nowhere. His future is at Newcastle, and this was him being interviewed. This isn't somebody reporting it. This was an interview. You can even watch the interview. But it's because it's Arsenal. It's the same with Manchester United. That lad that everybody's interested in who plays in the German league.
Gyökeres.
That's him.
Well, he's in the Portuguese,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yes, he's at Sporting, sorry. He's going to Manchester United. Why is he going to Manchester United? Because we're Manchester United.
Maybe because it's ermm who's been like managing him for a while.
that's not really my point. It is, and I get what you're saying. My point is, they think because they're Manchester United that every player's going to go there.
Oh yeah,
Why?
100%. Yeah.
Why? What? I mean, Man United is a shit show at the minute.
Yeah.
Obviously, ermm could really change it. But it's just this constant, I hate this picking up. You get it, I get it. I suppose Everton, Brighton fans get it the same. You're not as big as us. Why would a player stay with you? Because we're Arsenal, we're City. We can buy anybody and everybody we want. And I just think a lot of the time you need to go down the bottom. You really do.
I 100% agree. I mean, and the thing is, if you actually sort of had that kind of struggle, then you can understand the entitlement. But I mean, we'll ask the two entitled pricks on here anyway. What do you guys think?
I think that's really cruel because neither of them are like that.
I think
I know, I'm just messing.
I'll jump in. I think what you guys say is entitled, we say is standards, and that is what we should be expecting given the funds that we're dishing out. That's what we are dishing out on players for 2 years in a row, basically. Dropping 100 million here, 100 million there. It's not entitlement; it's fucking standards and what we expect the club to do. Same thing with United. Same thing with these clubs that are viewed that way. And unfortunately, when it comes to players from lesser performing clubs or what they would call smaller clubs, the common theme is, if a player who is performing well for Brighton gets interest by Chelsea or Arsenal or Man City, they'll go there once the offer is made. That's just what happens. And I know it comes across terrible when fans say that sort of stuff, like, oh, we're this, we're that, we're going to get that player. But that's just how it works. It's unfortunate.
It is.
But it's how it works. But I do want to stress about the entitlement thing. For me, when it comes to Arsenal anyway, it's standards. We have to be aiming for trophies at the end of a season. Given everything, given the history, given the size of what we have, given the funds that we have, and given the funds that we even spend, even if it's not enough according to our fan base. That's what I think it is, personally, in my opinion. And yes, I am an entitled prick.
I get that. I get the standards thing, and I come. Every team should have standards. I'm speaking more. I suppose it's the things I say where, because a player is a lower league, is a lower down the league club, will go again. Bruno Guimaraes, and Alexander Isak. Every time they do well, it's then Isak to Arsenal, Guimaraes to Manchester City, and all of that. And as I said to one Man United fan, but why would he go to you? They're higher than you in the league.
Yeah. I think when it comes to new... Sorry, go ahead.
It's that annoys me, that because of Manchester United's history under Sir Alex Ferguson, they seem to think, you mentioned Manchester United, and any player from any team is leaving and going to sign for them. That's what annoys me, because at the moment, Manchester United are just an average team in the league.
But to be honest, it's never been any different. If you actually get a good player, they will eventually end up in the top echelon. So what we've got to do is make sure we're up there in the top echelons, and where we can actually stop them taking our players off us. It's not ever been any different, to be fair. The only difference now is you've got social media and you've got YouTube people fucking saying all this, that, and the other. But they don't know fuck all, mama. They don't know nothing. They know the same as you do. They're just talking shit.
I do. In terms of Mama, for you especially, when it comes to Newcastle players being linked to those clubs, given the way you've been over the last 3 years, that's where it makes absolutely no sense to me. Because you're doing decent. You're building something. You have a massive amount of backing as well, and you have a damn good fucking squad as well. So the Isak to Arsenal fucking thing.
Big up AFC always.
Even me. Guimaraes as well. Why would they leave, etc., etc.? That makes sense. But when it comes to when it comes to other clubs who are finishing 13th, 12th, 11th every year, that's just the way it goes for me. But for Newcastle, no one should be cocky and expecting a player like Isak. No Arsenal fan should expect Isak to be fucking in our fucking team next year. No one should. No one should. We especially under this manager who is allergic to decent strikers as well. Let's not forget that.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, we actually there'd be a better chance of us signing Guimaraes and playing him as a striker. There's a better chance of that happening. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's crazy.
You go, Flossie.
I know, sorry, earlier I was like, wow, that is crazy. Anthony, what do you think about that, bro? Mo?
I think we've got. I saw that in your chat earlier, Yeti, that one. To me, it's on three things. I mean, it's like what Mama Flossie said about with players that wants to go to Man United. That is either number one, what is the history of the club like? Because some players do like clubs with a bit of history. Obviously, are they going to be persuaded by the wages they're going to be offered? That's another one.
Yeah.
And also, as well, is this if the actual football club is like now if we put 100, let's say 100 or 110 million down for Isaac for Newcastle, something like that with Newcastle. I don't think they'd turn down that sort of price for Isaac if we were going to bid that much.
Well, also just players that want to win something as well, and you don't win nothing. So
yeah, but it depends on what the situation is like at the time and how the player and how the club is. It's to do with the player and it's to do with the club. That's what it's down to, the two at the end of the day. Whether the player wants to leave for more money or the history of the club, and it's like what I said as well, or unless it's an absolute amazing fee that they've offered for this certain player and the club don't want to, they don't want to lose it, basically. They can't afford to lose that money. So, it works in roundabouts, but with regarding us with Isaac, I haven't heard anything from that. I did hear like with Grocker from bloody what's his name from Sporting Lisbon, but it's like what I said. If Arsenal gets him, it turns out he's going to be 80 million. Now, is he worth that 80 million? No, I don't think he is because I actually watched this guy play when he was in the Championship when he played for Coventry and both Swansea City. Yeah, he wasn't that great. The only reason why Sporting Lisbon wanted him was because he managed to score 22 goals in his last season for Coventry. That was the reason why Sporting wanted him, Yeah. And I look at it now, he's coming back over to the Premier League if he does come. But to me, you sum up the Premier League to the Portuguese league. What's the better league? What's the fastest league?
The thing is, what I noticed about Gyökeres, which is why I said that he might not make it in the Premier League, was in the Championship. Players was on him really quick, and he used to get really angry and get red cards left, right, and centre. He scored a lot of goals, but in the Portuguese league, like you've just said, you get a lot of time and space. I mean, if you look at our game today, Forest Arsenal, that was like a European game where we just give you a lot of time and space. Where's Mama gone? And got a question from AFC Always. Would Isaac or Gyökeres fit in the way Arteta plays ball? I'm not so sure. No, I don't think the thing is, right, the fact is, like, the only team that's going to pick your players out of your squad is going to be Real Madrid. Because players want to win something, So if Real Madrid take an interest in any of your players, whether it's Isaac, Guimaraes, fucking Murillo, Woods, well, I don't think it'd be Woods, but, if they take interest in Saka or anything like that, they're gone. They're gone. You can't stop them going there.
But that goes back to my previous point that I was making earlier. Like when Real Madrid come this summer for Saliba, and they will get him, I expect that. I understand that.
Yeah.
That's just the way it works.
Been interested in him for a while, haven't they?
And they want world beaters. They ain't called the Galacticos for nothing. They get the right players in.
The thing is, as well, Barcelona are doing really well.
They are
as well. So if they've got their finances up to scratch, shall we say, they come knocking, they're going to go there as well.
Yeah, exactly. But so ultimately, the thing is to make sure your club is of a position that does not happen.
Yeah.
And in Arsenal's case, that means fucking start winning trophies, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's about time.
All your players, your Sakas and all this, that and the other, they want Champions League. So they're not all like Kane, who sits in a Spurs team, not winning fucking anything, but stays there. You know, they actually want to win things. So eventually they will want to leave and get out of there. I mean, AFC always says, if Arsenal beat Man City at the Etihad 4-0, top gooners would want an open top bus.
That's true.
I mean, I can't deny that at all.
True.
I can't deny that at all. I mean, if you look at some of the responses from today, you know, the way they're talking, Arsenal are back, we're going for it now. What did I see today? If we win today, we're the only team that's been 9 points away from the top of the Premier League to actually go and win it. I mean, it's just fucking delusion. It's fucking delusion.
But then as well, you've got the media. Forget, like I'm talking the radio in the television. When Arsenal win, the first question out of the mouth, the presenter's mouth is, can Arsenal now go on and win the title? Well, you're 11 games in. You don't know what's going to happen.
No, of course you don't.
Is this the end of Man City? Fingers crossed, we all hope so. Let's be honest, because it gives every other team a bloody chance to win. But they egg people on as well. And I think, like, when you've got people coming out on the radio and on television going, that's Arsenal were brilliant. Oh, Chelsea were fantastic. Can Chelsea win the league? Really? This point in time, is that where you're going? And then the fans hear that and they think, I don't know. Jason Cundy said Chelsea could win the league on Talk Sport, so they must be that good. So then that's where your content creators and that start building the team up again. And it's just, it just fans the flames, and there's no need to do that. You're 11 games in, you've got a long way to go. I would say February is about the time where you start to worry where your team is and what they're winning and what they're losing. Not now. Not now.
The thing is with the media, though, that the whole operation for them is generating clicks, and they know, for example, especially with Arsenal, they know putting out an article about Arsenal and giving our dickhead delinquent fans hope. They know that'll get traction. The same thing even with the commentators. I have a Sky Go how I watch games. That's why I'm like 2 minutes behind that. I can't watch Arsenal game because I have everything spoiled. And the commentator was saying, this is at one stage he was saying that when we went 1-0 up, I think it was, he was saying that this is a result of Arsenal's amazingly good squad depth. And I was like, mate, are you fucking retarded? Like, what? Do you not listen to what anyone else like? This is what they do. They just go into whatever can generate them clicks is what they will put out constantly. And unfortunately, for real people like the four of us here, and luckily a few others as well that we know, it drives us crazy because we know what the deal is. We're clued in and all that sort of stuff. But it'll constantly happen. That's why those Isaac rumors come up. That's why title challengers, City buried, Chelsea. Are they going to come back and win the league? You'll see that week in, week out. What I've done is I've culled all of that from my phone, from my social media, from my life page. I don't look at anything. I'm only on a very certain amount of YouTube channels as well. I've rid of a lot of people who I subscribe to. I got rid of loads of them because I don't even want to see the fucking thumbnails come up in my algorithm on YouTube. Yeah. And it's very important that you do that. It really is. You'll go crazy if not. That's what I always say. Don't look for the bullshit because the bullshit is always out there.
Yeah. Couldn't say any better, mate, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just, it becomes ridiculous. I mean, the thing is, one thing I have noticed about players nowadays, where it's like, instead of going for the money, they go for what they want to win. You know, I mean, Murillo, you know, he's probably going to be heading to Real Madrid for 80 to 100 million, which would be fantastic money for us. I wouldn't like to lose him, but I know we was going to lose him at some point because I said right from the start, this guy's a star, an absolute star. He didn't really show it today, to be fair, but it is what it is. But if they get Saliba and Murillo, if a team like Real Madrid with all those Champions League wins and all this that and the other comes in for your team, for your players, I don't give a shit what team you are. You've lost them. And Man City today lost 4-0. I mean, that is huge. That is fucking huge.
That's crazy, to be honest with you. It's absolutely.
And they've got Liverpool at Anfield after that.
Yeah, I hope Liverpool win. I do.
I hope Liverpool win. Anyway, what do you think?
Well, where's everybody gone?
Everyone's disappeared.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi went out there for a split second. What was that?
My Wi-Fi went out and my voice changed. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
But trouble is, though, is like if it, look at this comment here by AFC Always. You know, with Saliba, it's like what you said, Yeti. If Real Madrid comes knocking on the door for one of your players, or they're sniffing around one of your players, they're going, they're gone. Nobody turns down Real Madrid. I'm sorry, they don't. Now you look at that one with Saliba, right? Saliba is one of our best centre backs, but this season, I don't know if Carl agrees with me on this one, but out of the two, Saliba and Gabriel, I reckon Gabriel's been our better centre back than Saliba this season.
I agree.
Personally, that's my opinion.
I agree with you.
Unfortunately, if it means we got to lose him to Real Madrid and we don't win anything, then so be it. Because he's a player that wants to go on and win things. He's obviously wants to win trophies. Yeah. But it's like what I said. I'd rather one of them go. Well, I'd rather none of them go. But if I had the choice, I'd rather have one go than bloody both of them leaving. Do you know what I mean? Because that is a massive chunk taking out the spine of the Arsenal team.
If we lose one of those two, it's massive. It's absolutely it's proper major, and it's very real that will be coming this summer, in my opinion.
Big old hand for you.
Yeah,
I've been trying not to die laughing for about 10 minutes, by the way. I can't hide it anymore. For fuck's sake, you're a dickhead. You are a dickhead, man. You always get me.
Hey, it was with broadband, mate. I can't.
It's the guy that does them. He comes on our show and all that. Somebody actually messaged me and said, somebody actually messaged me and said, Anthony, I wish you did look like that in real life. I'm like, piss off.
That was all the Hot Fuzz ones, all the Tony ones.
It was the Hot Fuzz ones,
There was at least 9 came in to Ton's stream the other night. At least 9. I want to know why Carl doesn't have one.
Yeah, could you do one of Carl?
Carl doesn't have one. That's
he's never got one, has he?
No, I mean, Yeti, you've had one. Well, we've got them. Anthony has them. Tont has them.
Yeah. How come there's not a potato with Carl's face on it? That's what we need.
Because I'm not on streams. Like no one needs to go at me.
Exactly.
Bro.
Yeah, he is right. Yeah.
I'm in the background, mate. I'm just
leave Carl alone. Leave
me alone. I didn't do nothing to nobody except for a lot of people.
AFC Always says, if Slot wins the league in his first season, serious questions need to be asked from the top gooners. We have spent 800 million under Arteta and he still can't win us a league title or a trophy with his. Can't argue with that, bro.
Question. Who or what are top gooners?
I have no idea. They're like a mystical kind of thing.
Nowadays, or back a few years ago, because nowadays,
mutant alert.
When people refer to, like AFC has there, you know, top gunners need that. Who are the top gunners? Are you talking about ex-players need to ask questions, or are they referring to YouTubers need to ask the questions?
I think he's referring to the people who are like, sucking off everything the club does, whether it's that's what I think.
In the chat.
Yeah, the top gooners of today, Mama, is the young ones that don't know nothing about football, and they put basically what they do. They put Mikel Arteta up on this pedestal, right?
Yeah,
and they rate him highly. That is what we call the top gooners. They should be called that. It should be people that knew Arsenal, like me, like Jez, like Kenny Ken, Liga. We're the ones that know, pretty much what. For ages, and we know what our club is like, and and the standard of where our club should be. That is where it should be, and we should be called the top gooners, not them. But
yeah, I agree totally.
That's the way.
To be honest, they should be called what Jez said in my stream 3 times before earlier on today. That's what they should be called.
Oh yeah.
Twats.
Yeah, I mean, see you next Tuesdays, mate. That's what they should be called. Because they just keep following on. I mean, look, I've said it for a while now. At Arsenal, it's like a cult. It is totally a cult. And it's just embarrassing. I mean, I know you won 3-0 today and everything's fucking glorious and you're going to go on to win the fucking league and and also I'm going to shit a fucking unicorn out my arse tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, none of it's going to happen, is it, really? Let's face it.
I tell you what I'm fucking sick of doing, though, right? I am so tired as a human being of constantly, and it's not saying that you're doing this, right? But in general, of constantly have to semi-apologize for these cohort of dickheads online that's somehow found our club since 2019 when the world went quiet, and people were bored and they latched onto our club and it just became as you said, cult fest, which it is. It's just so fucking hard to be for me, I view myself as someone who keeps it fucking real as I can. Anyway, I'm not always right, but I try to. But yet the club I'm aligned to and I cannot get rid of out of my fucking head or my heart or anything like that is the worst example for what I follow. It's fucking annoying. It really is. I almost feel like an imposter sometimes, It really is.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, you're led by a Ted Bundy lookalike. So, I mean, it's always going to be a cult, wasn't it?
I don't even care about, when I see people getting angry about the owner, even Arteta as well, I don't blame them. Do you know why I don't blame them? Because our fucking fans don't hold them accountable. And in fact, not only do they not hold them accountable, they'll attack people who do hold them accountable. And it's absolutely infuriating.
Yeah.
Why do I even come on to talk about football, man? Can we talk about fucking films or fucking dogs or
if you want
music or something else?
Talk about whatever, mate. I mean,
I'm messing.
Mate, it's fine to whistle. So talk about whatever you want or whatever. I mean, if you want to bring something up, about how you mash a potato. I mean, that's fine.
Maybe later I'll talk about that. But I'd like to say how I've been trying to grow my chin, my beard here on my chin, and it's not really going that well. Like I've been shaving the rest, but I haven't been shaving this bit, and I don't have much. There's not much growth going on.
Can't you put that stuff on what you put on before? Like it looked like you was part of a Bukaki video.
Yeah, It's like the hair transplant from your fucking chin. It just won't stick though. I tried to make it stick, it didn't stick. Just like a certain identity as well. Who are we to judge? Anyway.
Aaron says last game of the season last year, the Everton full time. Everyone celebrating, saying how good the season was. I was paralysed in my seat, listening and watching. We just lost the league.
Yep, exactly.
That's 100%. That's exactly what your guys are. Top Gooners just brush aside and on to the next. Real fans like us suffer and pick up the pieces. Yeah, mate, at the end of the day, I don't know how you actually fucking boy up.
That do you know what? That is the I got a mate that actually looks like Boy George, and I call him Boy George. Every time that comes up, I'm like thinking, shit, like, is it like an omen? It comes back to you, like, sort of thing. It's like your own joke. You know, you start off
this is
and
your
it comes
mate?
back to you.
I think this might be your mate trying to get back at you, to be honest.
Yeah, it could be. Especially with a tractor on it.
How quick he creates these accounts, whoever it is, it's amazing. Like he's
awesome.
He's like the archangel version of P. Haywood. He just does it for fun and positivity.
Yeah.
Fair play to you, whoever you are, mate.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
100%. It's brilliant. Every time you come up with a new one, it's always fucking
it's hilarious
and stuff like that. So fair play to you on that. It's just absolutely
awesome.
Hilarious.
It's cool.
I've seen them all.
So, Mammy, you've got West Ham, haven't you, on Monday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you think that'll go?
Well, the way West Ham have been playing, I would think we would win, and we should win quite comfortably because we're at home. The lads are doing all right.
Yeah.
Could be doing better. But let's be honest, Newcastle have had a couple of dodgy games already this season, so I don't know. Yes, I think a West Ham win. No.
West Ham to win then.
No.
If you lose against West Ham, you are really fucking bad.
Well, I know exactly what it'll be. Eddie Howe's a shit manager. We need to get rid of him. You know, he's taken the team down. Look where we were playing in the Champions League and all of that. And these fans, they just haven't got a clue we weren't ever meant to be in the Champions League. It was far too early. You know, it's a slow build. It's hard, it's hard.
Yeah.
We overachieved that season. It was never meant to be that way. But, you know, like a lot of this generation now, they want everything yesterday. So because we've got new owners and a new manager, we should be shooting up the league, buying all the best players, and then winning everything.
Yeah.
Not yet.
We got West Ham next week. That's Arsenal's next league game is West Ham on Saturday, and then on the and then after that is Man United. We got. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've never been a one for like what's the word? I'm like over promoting me team. I know what they are. I've been going to Newcastle games since the 1960s. I know what they can be like when they were down in the second and the third division.
Yeah.
I know what that's like. So the fact that they're growing and they're growing slowly, but they're all growing. Even just a couple of weeks ago, people were trying to say that the owners wanted to back off, that they were that PIF or reducing all their sports sponsorship and all this sort of thing. And so they're probably going to sell Newcastle and go and buy Liverpool. That was actually the story, right? Well, if they're backing off from the sports sponsorship, why would they go and buy Liverpool?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? That to me didn't make sense. And as I pointed out to a lot of people, so the £80 million that they're spending on the stadium upgrade, then that you're not taking that into account. The fact that they've bought all the land behind one of the stands, they've bought all of it. You're not taking that into account. That looks like a bloody mugshot, that, doesn't it?
Oh my God, whoever you are, I am buying you a beer if I ever meet you.
I'd love to know who it is. I
Oh
really
my
would.
God,
fucking look at that fucking face. That is fucking hilarious.
Tiger Fang extraction. Oh,
I just,
Big up, Wolfie.
I look at Newcastle and I think, no, we're doing all right. When you think what we were like under Steve Bruce, that was purgatory watching the football then.
Yeah.
Purgatory.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe's doing well. I'm not saying he's going to take it to the top. I'm not saying we're going to get it into the Champions League or anything like that. But he's doing well. I do think the time will come where we do change managers for that next step up, as you do. But I'm not going to scream and shout and go, because West Ham will get rid of Eddie Howe. I just don't. That's not where I sit at the minute. I mean, you never know. This time next year, I might be saying, "My God, he's a shit manager, and I want rid of him."
Yeah.
But at this point in time, I understand where we're on, what we're supposed to be doing. That's it.
I get that. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
I think Mourinho will be your next manager, Mama.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah,
I
but
hope not.
I don't know. I don't think that's a bad one, to be honest.
No, he's finished. Come on, Mourinho is finished.
I don't think he's finished because he went to Roma and he was doing okay with them.
Yeah,
so
now he's in Galatasaray and he's doing exactly what he did at Roma that he's doing in Galatasaray.
But he does solidify you, though. That's the difference.
Maybe I would think the young lads wouldn't get a chance because Mourinho doesn't like young players. He likes well-established players, and our young lads are coming up, and we've got some really good young kids in our academy. Really good.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think he's going to last long in Turkey. He's managing Fenerbahce at the minute, but I'll be honest with you now. I read that he's actually criticised the team and the style of play of Turkish football and what they play over there. So I feel that he'll stay there until the end of this season, and then he'd be obviously looking for a new job, a different challenge.
The thing is, he's got nothing to lose, has he? When he criticises all these things, you see. The thing is with Mourinho, he sort of moulds himself on Clough. He's mentioned Brian Clough a lot of times when he's said in his style and all this kind of thing. But he's not in the same bracket because at the end of the day, Clough did it with nothing. This guy's got millions and millions of pounds behind him and all this, that and the other, and now he's doing all this kind of thing. So...
yeah.
But I do think he would be good in that respect. But I mean, going on to what you were saying there, Mama, I think the thing that me as a Forest fan and you as a Newcastle fan get annoyed with is the teams up in the top sections have always got an opinion on our teams. Yeah, when it comes to playing us, it's just oh, it's only Newcastle. Oh, we'll beat these. Oh, it's only this. Not these two guys. Not these two guys I've got on here. But a lot of them are that's just the way they see it. And I just think, well, why don't you just shut the fuck up and just deal with your own team?
Yeah.
Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Don't look for what they're saying. Just block them out like I've done. I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't even see those opinions. Do you know what I mean? Just surround yourself by good people and people who you value, and then you won't have to hear that bullshit. You know what I mean? That's what I think you should do. Well, this guy. How is he that fucking quick at making? I find it hard to log into my own YouTube channel that I only have, and this guy is just hell.
I don't know, but I think I've got a sub for life because everyone he does, I'm fucking laughing my tits off at it. So he gets a reaction. I will say that.
He's amazing. He's amazing. Whoever it is, he or she, sorry, don't want to misgender you just in case. But fair play. You're very funny.
Even if you have a beard, fair play.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a sec, guys. Carry on.
Yeah, of course he's leaving. Yeah.
What was the one? Mama Yeti. There's Mama Yeti.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And there's
God,
Yeti
there's
Mama.
bloody loads of them. There's Wurzel reverting anti-budgie, Ant Budgie. God, I don't think you've had to watch Tony Show. I think they've all subscribed to Tony Show. I'll be honest with you, all these.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. I would like to know who does it.
I would as well. Because
Yeah.
I think they're awesome in the names, in the way, but just somebody who's really talented.
Mm.
Do you know who got? Do you know who got accused of doing that? All these, like, it was me.
Yeah.
Jess thought it was me that was doing them. Yeah. I think Yeti thought I think Yeti said to me one time. He said, "Is that you doing that?" I went, "No." I personally thought at the start. I thought it was Yeti at the start. You know, but
it wouldn't surprise us. It wouldn't have surprised it. It wouldn't have surprised us at all if it was Yeti, though. It wouldn't have surprised us. Like,
there's the one with Aunt Budgie or somebody, isn't it?
Yeah. Wurzel, Herbert, and Ant Budgie. Yeah. Yeah. Then you got,
make sure. By the way, make sure you're liking and subbing with all those new channels, man. That would be awesome if you did. Yeah.
Yeah. And Tony's got loads of them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got a few. Fuzzy's got a few. He's got David Fuzzlehoff. Right.
So funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But to come up with the names as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our next game is what? Sporting on Tuesday, yeah?
Sporting on Tuesday. And then West Ham on the weekend.
That's going to be tricky on Tuesday, I think. I'd be interested to see how that goes, huh?
Yeah.
Playing really well.
And the Man United game, Cole, is the following Wednesday. That's the 4th of December.
That's going to be tricky, yeah? That's going to be really,
Wednesday night.
Really tricky.
Fucking love that one. Give money,
It's ridiculous. It's preposterous, man. It's hilarious.
You actually look like one of my old teachers, Yeti, on there.
It's insane. It's insane. Fair play to you, lad. Whoever the fuck you are, man.
You need to make one for Cole. No excuses.
Stop.
Go on. Go on, make one for Cole.
You don't need
make one for Cole.
I don't need no attention. I don't need no.
Shut up, boy.
I don't.
Just call it Mr. Potato Head. That'll be fine.
You fucking English fucking prick. Yeah.
Yeah, we're colonizing everybody. That's what we do.
Yeah. Colonizing. You wonder why your country's in the state right now. Yeah, that's why. Anyway, go on, English boy.
Certain top gators say that the Spanish league is a farmers' league, and Real Sociedad finished between 6 or 6 last season. So why did we buy Mourinho then? Marino?
I don't know.
Well, the one person that can talk on Mourinho is actually, if Mama Flossie remembers him when he played for Newcastle. He played 8 games for Newcastle, Mourinho, and they got rid of him. Why did they get rid of him? Because he was crap. It's that simple. He was crap. And then he goes off, and then he plays for Real Sociedad. He's the 3rd choice midfielder in his position. He was the 3rd choice, and we bought a 3rd choice midfielder. Not first, not second, 3rd. And it makes me think the money that we've paid for him. All right, I know he has scored a goal this season, but I haven't really seen a lot of him. And then I'm not being funny, but when you do watch him play, you can't make heads or tails of him. You just can't. Is he a quality player? Is he a good player? Is he a defending type of midfielder? Is he a box to box or what? Yeah, I don't know.
He looks like a He looks like a car salesman from Magaluf. He'll sell you now a Seat Leon. I don't know what else he could do. Sell me a fucking car, mate. You look like a sleazy fucking car salesman to me. That's what he looks like.
Yeah,
I
he
saw
does.
an interview with Arteta where he said he'd been tracking him since January or something this year. Been speaking to him about getting him over to Arsenal, and he's standing with his arm round him saying, "This is my guy." And I thought, that's weird. I've never seen Arteta do that with any player.
No.
But sure, he adopted when he was captain of Arsenal, when he was our fucking midfielder, he practically adopted Hector Bellerin. Do you all remember that? He moved Hector Bellerin into his house.
Did he really?
He's shittest right back I think I've ever remember us having in my recent memory. Yeah, he just attracts sub-talented players. This is what he is. He's a weirdo. He's a cultist, cult leader. He's a strange boy. But anyway, I'm sick of talking about Arsenal, lads. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean?
I'm just like
Do we think Man United have got the new manager bounce and are going to beat Ipswich tomorrow?
Probably will, I'd say. They probably will.
But if they fucking don't, they might as well just quit.
I got Newcastle to win 2-0 on Monday night. And also, I got Man United to beat Ipswich 3-0. But then, listen to this. Ipswich, they played amazing last week. They beat Tottenham 2-1. So, do you know what I mean? So, I think they got the right manager in Man United. They just got to give him time, Yeti. You know, because there's a lot of dead wood in that team. And what I've read, they're on about taking Dalot, the right back, out and replacing him with Anthony in that right wing back position. That's what they want. That's what he's come out and said. I'm going to have Anthony playing there. So
the thing is, he plays 4-4-2, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah.
And he's very strict on that. He won't change it. So those players have got to adapt to his style of playing.
Exactly.
Look how that went under Ten Hag.
And look how he's improved that Sporting Lisbon team. You may have seen it, Mamo. You may have heard it, like when we said it on shows. Do you remember when we were in the Europa League and we got beaten by the halfway line against Sporting Lisbon? Yeah, remember that? So he literally turned that team around completely and made them into a brilliant team. This manager, I don't know where he gets where he got his experience in that from, but look, I reckon he's going to be a decent manager. I really do. And I got to be honest with you, I think he looks a bit like Cole.
Yeah,
he does, doesn't he?
I am a Portuguese, guys. I will transmit my energy into the United, guys. Yeah.
That's all term, mate.
I do think it's a good, but Portuguese. I can't. I don't know anything. I do think he's a good appointment for Man United, given the circumstances, and I think they're doing it the right way, considering they're in a shambles for the last few years, but at the same time they have more trophies than we have in the last shambolic era that we have too. So
that is true.
They're doing the right things. They're not happy with Ten Hag. They get rid of him, even though he has 2 trophies. I wish we do the same.
Though it's the same players.
That needs to be fixed for sure. Yeah.
I mean, where's Luke Shaw? What's happening with Luke Shaw? You've got, I don't know. You've got a captain who does nothing but cry and whinge on the pitch all the time. And I don't know. Man United, it's just a mishmash. To me, it's what's happened to Marcus Rashford. That lad looks like he doesn't like football anymore, or he doesn't like being at Manchester United. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's if Amorim knows what he's doing, he's going to get rid of a lot of those players.
I think Rashford
if he doesn't do that, then I'm not convinced.
I think Rashford will go, because every time that lad steps out of the club, he's getting criticised. Like he was criticised for going to America and going to watch basketball games and stuff like that. Well, he's not doing it. Oh, well, he should be back there training. Well, if the club's not in, if nobody else is training, why should he? You know, I mean, I don't know if that's actually true, but I just think he seems to get a bashing for no good reason.
There is a big issue at Man United because the thing is they've like brought new players in, and the new players are still going the way that the old players was going. So there's some kind of like somebody who's doing this in the background, and I think it's Rashford personally.
You know where he'll end up if he gets sold, by the way, right? He'll end up at Arsenal if he gets sold. I guarantee you. We'll pick him up.
I think he'll go to PSG.
I hope he does.
I do. I think he'll go to PSG because they went after him last season and they went after him again.
Who's that, Anthony?
No, Marcus Rashford.
Oh, Rashford. I mean, he needs to go to fucking Baseford FC, to be honest. I mean, the way he's playing.
And Anthony's neither use nor ornament, let's be honest.
Yeah. And let's not forget Sancho's on their books. He's at loan at Chelsea. So,
Casemiro's an old man and on his way out. Johnny Evans, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, could you ever have imagined how bad Man United are at the minute? I mean, you know, like we all saw it back in the day when they got Paul Scholes, the Beckhams, the Keanes, and all that kind of stuff. Could you ever imagine of it going so wrong? And the thing is, it's all down to the fact of, like, you know, sorry to all the Americans, but when you get an American owner, the first thing they do is divide the fan base, which is exactly what was done with the Cronkies. You know, divided the fan base with the Xhaka situation. You know, got a person who was in charge, like Arteta, who was basically like a mainstay, and everybody fucking salutes him and all. I mean, fuck me, it's like fucking Court of Cthulhu or whatever you call it.
Cthulhu,
but
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu or whatever, I don't know.
Cthulhu, man.
Yeah, Cthulhu, that's it. And it's just amazing how that actually works. And Americans always do it. I'm sorry, but they always do it. They always sort of separate the fans. They make the fans fight against each other instead of fight against the main thing. That's what they've done.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It sounds like Cthulhu's coming up.
Is there an elephant in the room?
It's Anthony's phone.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest, another depressing point I saw today is that apparently Keir Starmer is an Arsenal fan as well because he was in the fucking grounds today.
He was, yeah. Oh god, I hate that prick.
Yeah. Just another thing we have to take on the chin there, Anthony, isn't it?
Yes, the hot in the chat.
Like this one. Oh, fuzz.
Hot fuzz, that's it, yeah. He does actually, he could be the new Night Rider, couldn't he?
Yeah.
But trouble is, again, it's like what you said, like with the American owner. Yeah, all right, fine, we got American owners. I mean, everybody's like slagging off the Cronkies, they're running them down, this, that, and the other. But trouble is, though, when you've got a manager and you've backed that manager, you've given them 850 million to spend. Yeah, how could you literally slag off the Cronkies in that way? What I'm saying is, now we got Edu out of the equation, he's gone to you, right? It makes you think now. That's one where the actual crap was led. So what we're left with now is Mikel Arteta. So if we get crap in, is obviously it comes from Mikel Arteta. Obviously, Edu had a part of it as well with all these players that we signed in because pretty much much of them has been dross. The best ones have been obviously Declan Rice that we've done. But the reason why, you think of it, I reckon Edu knew he was going, because before that transfer window shut, we had a weak squad then. We had a shit transfer window. Is gone, and our squad is even weaker after the transfer window than before. After Edu knew he was going, I reckon he had to work a notice, like a few months' notice, and then leave to go on to do the job what he's doing at yours and all the other football teams around it. But now he's out of the equation. I reckon that's a good thing. So we got to take the next step there. The only problem is now is Mikel Arteta. So we'll find out in January, when that window opens in January, and see who we bring in that window. And if he's crap again, it does prove that it must have been Edu, but also it had been Arteta as well. Because you can't blame the Cronkies.
I'm sorry, but it's got to be Arteta, because most of the players that have actually been brought in as like a panic buy have been Arteta fucking friends from back in the days. In Django, Jesus, Sterling.
Yep.
You know, I don't think Edu was the issue. I really don't. And if Edu was the issue, why is everybody bowing down to try and get him to be their guy? That don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. I think Arteta's your problem, not Edu.
I know for a fact Arteta has full control over that football club since his tenure. Since his tenure began, he has had full control over that football club.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out even more, Cole. We'll find out even more. Now Eddie's gone, and you know, with this window coming up in the next couple of months, we'll find out and see what he buys. And if it's absolutely dross, I mean, to be honest with you, we need a striker. We're crying out for a striker. And I didn't really see any striker out there, or no mention of a striker. There's talks of a midfielder. I mean, Tony Claude put it up. I think it was about a week ago on YouTube, saying that we're interested in this attacking midfielder. And I'm thinking, well, why does it have to be a midfielder? Why can't it be a striker, a 20-goal striker at least?
Yeah, the first and foremost, most important thing we need is a new fucking fan base, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck the strikers. We need a new fan base. We just need a fucking new fan base.
Yeah.
To come in and to fucking hold these players and fucking board accountable. Herbert Torres Football TV. There we go.
Fucking hell. That looks like Jess. That looks like Jess Collins.
He's not. It's not holding up a program. It doesn't look like him at all, actually. I need to get a few of them, actually. You know, because I was there in Anfield '89. By the way, I was there.
Was you?
I wasn't born, but I was there.
He was there. Yeah.
I was there in 14 BC. I saw the way it all started.
Yeah, exactly.
My fucking days. I mean, the thing is, it's like, you know, you can look at kind of what's going. The biggest problem at Arsenal is always going to be Arteta, but again, he's got lucky again, and he's got his win against us, where we didn't really turn up to that game anyway. Not taking anything against you guys. But I think when you play Sporting Lisbon this week, you'll all of a sudden realise that was fucking bollocks. You know? You can turn around and go, oh, yeah, we beat Forest. They've never been beaten away from home this season. But nah, man. We weren't even there.
No. I mean, like today, I was surprised Jorginho was in the squad.
I looked at that midfield and I was like, man, we're gonna take that midfield apart. That's what I said at the start of the fucking watch along. I was like, man, you've got no chance for that midfield. But the way we played, we didn't get anywhere near you, man. We were social distancing. What the fuck is that all about?
Exactly. Yeah, you just didn't turn up yet. There wasn't nothing there. I mean, is there any news on Anthony Aglana? Because he went off with a shoulder injury, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, because I was watching the game, and also I had Sky Sports News on, and Paul Merson was doing the Arsenal Forest game, and it said on there, and Paul Merson come out and said it was reports that it could be a broken collarbone.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah. I noticed it. I noticed he was struggling from like
Yeah.
the first sort of challenge or whatever. So I did actually notice he was struggling, but I can't like turn around and go, "Oh, that was the issue. That was the problem," because it wasn't. The old problem was the actual fucking team just did not
Yeah.
turn up, and Nuno said exactly the same, which makes me respect him, because that's what you should be saying at the end of the game. If your team don't turn up, then you should actually say that, not just go, "Oh well, we was unlucky and Arsenal are a really good team." Like, fuck off, get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Give me Fuzz 44.
Jimmy Carr.
This guy's ripping me over wearing a
man.
vest. By the way, he's been ripping me over wearing a vest for some reason. Did you
But
see his last comment?
who's been ripping him out? Ripping you
No,
over about?
this guy, he's been saying, like, it was hilarious. He said the one thing the Irish need is more sleeves and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that won't show his
He's good.
guns.
He's
He wants
good.
to show his
I'm
guns.
hiding them. I'm fucking I'm underneath. It's hilarious. Keep it going. I love it.
Hey, we got our favourite guy here.
Oh, hello, Pete, man. What's the crack? You good? Oh, down. Oh, yeah.
I think Jez asked him a question, didn't he? When he was on with Lee Gunner. He said, "Who was this picture of?" And by the FA Cup. And the guy's name, Pete, was a guy called Andy Linnigan. That was on the
He's
picture.
gone. He's gone. He's gone. You will be fighting relegation by the end of the season. Not quite sure on that. You need to actually look at the table. I didn't want to give him like any sort of credence or anything, but I've got rid of him anyway because you can ban him from here.
There's 9 people in the chat. Anyone who's lurking, fucking show yourselves, yeah? 9 people in the chat. Show yourselves, say hello or something, or fuck off, yeah?
Yeah, get your fucking dick out or fuck off.
Oh, God. Did you always like this, mama, in front of you?
I am. I don't change for anybody.
I know you didn't.
I couldn't believe how easy you made it for us. Just one of them games for you, I guess. For Arsenal, we need to build on that, and for Forest, just move past it as win your next game. I wouldn't even say build on that because there's nothing to build on, mate. To be quite honest with you, you just did what you did because we didn't do what we should have done. You know, so
Yeah.
you know. If you
I'm
think
just
that
laughing
was
at what
good
you
enough,
said.
bro, if you think that was good enough, bro, enjoy your next few games.
Yeah. Keep the dick out with fuck off. Oh, God. Oh.
At the end of the day, none of this shit matters if we don't lift the trophy, and we won't. So, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
We're not.
You know, all this content on the world of YouTube, you know, about Arsenal is so funny to me because it's like, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, it doesn't fucking matter. It's like, does it really matter? It doesn't matter. If we don't win a trophy, it doesn't matter. We're just doing the same old shit, and yet people are fucking making money off this shit as well, talking about it day in, day out. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck off.
She always says, Yeti, in this snow weather, my dick looks like a walnut whip.
Fuck you now.
Walnut whip. Oh my god.
Well, like, that looks dodgy if it looks like a fucking the actual walnut on the end of it. Like, Jesus Christ.
Man, your imagination's going mental, isn't it, with that one? You know, I didn't even go that far. I know. Says early doors at Fuzz 40. That's the one I like. That's the one I like. I
know. I want that one. Yeah, I know.
I didn't think that was great at all from an Arsenal perspective. I'm just glad I left the Emirates slightly pissed off for a change. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
absolutely. Look, at the end of the day, a win's a win. 3 points are 3 points, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same point, if you think that's going to elevate you, then I've got some bad news for you, because it ain't.
True.
There was
Well,
no
there's
50-50 in that game. We was nowhere near you. We never tried to close you down. We never tried to press you. We never tried to fucking stop you playing. And if you play any team like that, you are going to lose. 100%.
Yeah. And trouble is, though, yeah, he's still got now. He signed that 3-year contract. We still got him for like another 2.5 years. So, you know, no matter what, Mikel Arteta can't seem to do a step wrong in this football club. And it won't surprise me if we don't win anything else in those 2.5 years. Yeah, he gets offered another contract.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't surprise me either, Anthony, to be honest with you. You know, he has an absolute iron grip around this football club and its fan base, and I don't understand why, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But in fairness, I think we can both see this, Anthony, and yeah, you can see it too. Like, our club has become this corporate entity nowadays, looking to sell fucking. We may as well be rivaling Boohoo for fucking clothing sales. That's what we're doing. Selling renditions of
merchandise. We turned to a merchandise.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet you've got a shirt coming out on Monday saying we beat Forest.
There's a shirt every week, mate. Yeah, probably will.
We ended Forest's unbeaten run.
Yeah.
I bet there's a shirt coming out that says that.
Yeah.
Should we have a star on top of that? On top of the badge for doing that?
Exactly.
No, you don't get no stars, mate. You have to actually earn them.
There's a lot. There will be a lot of people who are very giddy. As I said, I haven't looked much online. Fucking hell. I haven't looked much online for an Arsenal opinions online at all, except for just right here all day. But I guarantee there's going to be a lot of people who are proper fucking giddy about that result today, and they're foolish for doing so if they are.
The thing is, as a Forest fan, I could turn around and use the excuses that everybody else uses, that we went on the international break and we was tired and all this, that and the other. But no, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the fact that you're in a fucking Forest shirt and you fucking perform when you're in a fucking Forest shirt. I don't give a fuck if you're tired or whatever like that. Just get your fucking act together. If you're in a Forest shirt, you fucking earn it. And none of them earned it today. None of them earned it today.
Sells did.
Yeah, apart from themselves.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, with Arsenal, this was our first win in November. In the whole month of November, this is our first win. So it makes you think, doesn't it? I think we might struggle to get top 4. The only answer, if we finish top 4, is what comes in the January transfer window. If nothing comes in, we ain't finishing in that top 4, and that's a fact.
I'd rather we don't finish top 4. You know what I mean? If we're fighting to be in a Champions League place, I'd rather us not be in there. To show this manager for what he actually is. And I know, again, that's controversial, and people will call me a fake fan and all that sort of stuff. I don't care. If it comes down to that, I'd rather us not be in the fucking top 4, to be honest with you, because that creates an illusion of success, which is not a trophy to the majority of our fan base. You know, thanks, Wenger, for that. You know, I loved you growing up, but like, you know, you set the narrative for this fucking settling for failure. You said you bred it and you started it. You know. So I'd actually rather us finish fucking 6th than fucking 4th, to be honest with you. Me personally, anyway. Show us
fuzzy redknap. You all think you know football, you know nothing compared to the great fuzzy redknap.
Jesus. Yeah.
Oh my days. It was raining. Yeah, there is that as well. You should bathe more often than Anthony. I think your sleeves are fake, and Carl Bruff, it'll take 8 cents. for fans to wake up. Yeah.
Even then,
Not
I
wrong
wonder,
there.
Aaron. Even then, I'd wonder with our fan base. Even then,
I
I'd
would.
wonder.
Yeah, I would.
But I see your point.
Mm.
It's going to need something drastic for our fan base to wake up, and that it may take even more than that, in my opinion. Sadly.
100%. 100%.
Right,
guys, it's 12:25. So we're going to shut this down now.
Right.
Damien Smith, how are you doing? Yeah, is it true that Jez and yourself are boxing? You guys will be the first football YouTubers doing it. Throw myself, so get why you're doing it. No, that'll never be happening, mate, because it wouldn't even be a fight. Will it be streamed live on here? If it happened, I would, but I wouldn't like to punch him because he'd probably die. So that wouldn't be a good thing. That's Donna Collins, mate. Those wife was he getting so much praise? I have no idea. Right, anyway, guys, thank you everyone who's been on. If you want to call your stuff out channel, if you want to call your stuff out channel, if you want to call your stuff out, Anthony.
Yeah, you can find me on Wednesday nights on Early Doors Football TV on the Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and also on the Sunday night where we do the Sunday night takeaway. And also you can find me on Lee's on Football Dad's Army. Mama, I'm glad you're here. I've actually got something to show you. Yeti? No, the stum.
Not on stream, Anthony, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's right. I know you like dogs and all this and that. My missus, she bought my dog, right, a toy, a dog's toy. I'm going to show you the dog's toy, okay? Right? And I don't know why the hell she bought it, because it don't look like to me. But listen, this is
wait a minute. Before you do this, I just wanted to give a disclaimer. This has got nothing to do with me and the Yeti's Cave, whatever it shows.
No. Right, so it's the squeak. The squeak is gone because obviously she's damaged it. But she bought it yesterday, and what the hell is this? I don't know what this is. It's really. It's got screen spots on it.
You're a mad bastard. You are. You're fucking crazy.
I didn't get it. So there goes that.
You're a fucking dickhead. You are. Jesus.
I just why the hell would somebody invent a dog's toy like that? I don't know.
I believe this man's done that on stream live. Like, go on, Anthony. That's why we
also called his missus a dog on stream as well, which is fucking ridiculous.
I never.
Anthony, we love you, mate. We love you.
Yeah, love you, man. You're fucking awesome.
Awesome tonight, Anthony. Really good. You've got to do this more.
Absolutely awesome.
You got to come join me.
100%. 100%.
Awesome. And the chat's been absolutely on top form.
Yeah.
All our trolls, our friendly troll coming in.
Just make sure you sub before you leave, you prick.
292 subs now, Yeti.
I know. This is what I was saying to Jez. It's building gradually, and that's how we'll do it.
Thank you all so very much.
Shout your channel out, just in case no one knows where to find you that are all here in the first place. Like some people do that. Some mods do that. They link the same channel. Just in case. What's your channel name? Just
make sure you follow LongHairedYeti'sCave. I know you're actually on it, but make sure you follow it and subscribe and like and send me money. Send me money. Send me money. That'll work. Just send me money.
I'll link your channel about 17 times before we leave the stream as well, just in case the people who are already here don't know where they are in life.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I'll do that.
100%. Right, Anthony, call your channel
you did
dildos and all that kind of shit.
Well, no, that was a dog spy. I don't know why the hell she bought that. But yeah, same again. Wednesday night, we do the good, the bad, the ugly. And also on Sunday nights, we do the Sunday night takeaway. And also, I'm on Football Dad's Army with Lee on Tuesdays and Thursday nights as well, where we discuss everything Arsenal.
I'll be honest with you, Anthony. I don't think your missus bought that for the dog, to be honest. But yeah.
I don't see that. I bet he picked the thing up with my hand.
Well, that's the only juices you're going to get for the next few
Oh,
weeks.
stop.
But, right, okay. So, Man Flossie's got a channel as well. So, big up yourself.
Aye.
Right, just
Well,
I.
I don't know what it's called. It's just Mama Flossie and some numbers.
Yeah. He has all different videos of dogs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not toys like what Anthony's showing, but, you know.
Actually, I could take a picture of my dog with her toy and I'll send it to Mama Flossie. She put on her
No, I do videos.
I think that's for OnlyFans, mate, to be honest.
You know, I have Arthur Cole's dog. I have DJ's dogs. So, you know, anybody has dog videos that are funny or cute, send them over and I'll post them.
100%. 100%.
Cole,
you want to big up yourself, bro?
Yeah. Don't follow me because I hate human beings. So just don't follow me.
Oh, God. I can't really take anything away from that. So, yeah, big up everybody. Thank you for being in here. Another episode of Final Whistle, which just goes absolutely mental after so long, which is what this is all about. So, yeah, big up to everyone. Keep it real, keep it yay. Just one more thing. Don't follow any of these guys. Fuck, you know, you will be on a fucking major
to Step Budgie and Early Doors and
Thought you were ending it, man. Jesus Christ.
Yoko Flossie and Yeti Mama and Mama and Flossie Yeti and who else have I had? I've written them all down. Hot Fuzz and Off Fuzz and everybody else. Big up to you, mate. You've made a good laugh in the chat. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Big up to everyone. Big up to all those different names and different accounts that keep coming up. They are amazing. Amazing.
You've got a talent there, mate. You should use it.
And to him as well, I will say I will invest in some sleeves for the next stream if I'm honest.
Please make calls. We're calling to have a troll. Please.
Yeah, we've got to have
I've enough in real life. I've enough in real life, mate. I don't have the energy for it.
Yeah, you've got to. You've got
to. You've got to at least have one call.
If you don't do it, I'm blocking you from the channel. So get it done.
No, he's not. He's not going to block.
Thanks for
anyway,
guys. Good time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome, man.
Brilliant. Good night.
Take care, everyone. Much love. We'll see you later.